Hello guys, welcome to the video. This is my first voiceover doing over a video. I hope you can understand the video with my bad accent and English. If you are number 9 Momokuri. After taking 100 secret photos and observing him from afar for months, second year high schooler Yuki Kurihara has finally mustered up the courage to ask out her first year crush, Shinya Momotsuki, nicknamed Momo. Although taken by surprise, the bashful Momo accepts. However, he does not know the profoundly abnormal truth. As her straight-laced friend Norika Mizuyama has observed, Yuki has developed some unnerving but nonetheless sincere habits, taking pictures of Momo in secret, doing extensive research into his personal life, collecting his used straws, and even going Momo watching. Though Momo remains blissfully unaware of his new girlfriend's peculiar habits, he doesn't notice some oddities in their daily conversations. Still unsure and nervous about his first relationship, Momo finds himself regularly getting into awkward interaction due to his inexperience, but nevertheless resolves to make his new girlfriend happy. Number 8 Wolf Call and Black Prince. Erika Shinohara has taken to lying about her romantic exploits to earn the respect of her new friends. So when they ask for a picture of her boyfriend, she hastily snaps a photo of a handsome stranger whom her friends recognize as the popular and kind-hearted Kyoya Sata. Trapped in her own web of lies and desperately trying to avoid humiliation, Erika explains her predicament to Kyoya, hoping he will pretend to be her boyfriend. But Kyoya is not the angel he appears to be. He is actually a mean-spirited sadist who forces Erika to become his dog in exchange for keeping her secret. Begrudgingly accepting his deal, Erika soon begins to see glimpses of the real Kyoya beneath the multiple layers of his outer persona. As she finds herself falling for him, she can't help but question if he will ever feel the same way about her. Will Kyoya finally make an honest woman out of Erika, or is she destined to be a wolf call forever? Number 7 Orange. Naho Takamiya's first day of her sophomore year of high school is off to an uneasy start. After waking up late, she receives a strange letter addressed to her. However, the letter is from herself 10 years in the future. At first, Naho is skeptical of the note, yet after witnessing several events described to take place, she realizes the letter really is from her 26 years old self. The note details that Naho's future life is filled with regrets, and she hopes that her younger self can correct the mistakes that were made in the past. The letter also wants her to keep a close eye on the new transfer student, Kakeru Naruse. Naho must be especially careful in making decisions involving him, as Kakeru is not around in the future. With the letter as her guide, Naho now has the power to protect Kakeru before she comes to regret it once more. Number 6 My Love Story. With his muscular build and tall stature, Takeo Goda is not exactly your average high school freshman. However, behind his intimidating appearance hides a heart of gold, and he is considered a hero by the boys for his courage and chivalry. Unfortunately, these traits do not help much with his love life, as if his looks are not enough to scare the opposite sex away. Takeo's cool and handsome best friend and constant companion Makoto Sunakawa easily steals the heart of the female students, including every girl Takeo has ever liked. When Takeo gallantly saves cute and angelic Rinko Yamato from being molested, he falls in love with her instantly, but suspects that she might be interested in Sunakawa. With his own love for Yamato continuing to bloom, Takeo unselfishly decides to act as her cupid, even as he yearns for his own love story. Number 5 Beatless. With great advancements in technology, mankind has created HIs, human-like robots that act as public and personal servants for society. Unlike many others, the kind-hearted high school student Arato Endo treats HIs as equals, but his financial situation keeps him from ever owning one. However, his normal life is shattered when an ordinary run to the local grocery store goes horribly awry. Viciously assaulted by a hacked HIE, Arato is on the verge of death, but luckily he is saved by an abnormal HIE carrying a weaponized coffin. Her name is Lesia, one of 5 highly advanced HIEs that recently escaped the clutches of the mysterious meme-frame corporation. Faced with a hacked card threatening to run over them, Lesia offers Arato a deal in exchange for saving his life. He must register as her new owner, thus taking full responsibility for her action. With little choice, he decides to trust this artificial girl and allows her to live in his home. Though Lesia begins to adapt to her new peaceful lifestyle, she warns the entranced Arato of one thing: she does not have a soul. Number 4. Suka Suka. Putting his life on the line, William Kemmets leaves his loved ones behind and sets out to battle a mysterious monster. And even though he is victorious, he is rendered frozen in ice. It is during his icy slumber that terrifying creatures known as beasts emerge on the Earth's surface and threaten humanity's existence. William awakens 500 years later, only to find himself the sole survivor of his race as mankind is wiped out. Together with the other surviving races, William takes refuge on the floating islands in the sky. Living in fear of beasts below, he lives a life of loneliness and only does odd jobs to get by. One day he is tasked with being a weapon storehouse caretaker, thinking nothing of it. William accepts, but he soon realizes that these weapons are actually a group of young leprechauns. Though they bear every resemblance to humans, they have no regard for their own lives, identifying themselves as mere weapons of war. Number 3. Love and Lies. In a futuristic society, Japan has implemented a complex system referred to as the Red Threads of Science to encourage successful marriages and combat increasingly low birth rates. Based on a compatibility calculation, young people at the age of 16 are assigned marriage partners by the government, with severe repercussions awaiting those who disobey the arrangements. For Yukari Nejima, a teen that considers himself average in every way, these systems might be his best shot at living a fulfilling life. However, spurred by his infatuation for his classmate and longtime crush Misaki Takasaki, Yukari defies the system and confesses his love. After some initial reluctance, Misaki reciprocates his feelings in a moment of passion. Unfortunately, before the two can